In today's video, I'm going to bring you through a beauty company, a brand that is actually doing around $15 to $20 million every single year. I'm going to bring you through the creative strategy, the funnel, the landing pages they're using, and pretty much their entire framework of how they're spending multiple six figures per month, spending, not making, profitably, right? Because of the nature of their product. Okay, they're not just doing some skincare product. They have to be profitable in the front end, on the front end, right? So I'm going to bring you through everything. Before we do, if you are a new viewer, I'm Brando. I'm the founder of Brandlix Media. We've been fortunate enough to work with over 100 plus brands. You're probably wondering, what is this screen thing in front of me? This is just one of our client dashboards. We typically work with 7 and 8 figure e-commerce brands. This is just one of them so far up until today. They generated $14,000 in sales. If we just look at yesterday, typically a typical day is like, let me just move myself, like $40,000 in sales. This is just another typical day for this company. Once again, we work with different types of companies and different types of brands, but we typically work with 7 and 8 figure brands. And this is the exact same reason why I'm doing these videos, is to share my learnings, share my teachings, or everything that I learn or that I feel as I grow these companies myself with my team. Now, let's get into the case study. The brand that I want to speak about in this video is specifically Solawave. You may or may not have heard of this kind of like viral red light therapy trend, but they were definitely one of the first ones. If we just go here and Google trends, right, and we just take a look at red light therapy, right, just for the viewers, light therapy. If we can take a look in the worldwide in the last 5 years, we can clearly see that there's a very strong trend. So the people that essentially came in over here, they were able to get into the market quite early and take advantage of this wave. And now you're seeing brands going and selling red light therapy products for skin, for teeth, for any other basically area in the body, to solve as many problems as possible. And so the trend is clearly a winner in the United States and Canada. And then there's also other countries like Australia, UK, New Zealand, where it's very, very kind of like not saturated, but like a growing industry, as you can see. It went up here and it's kind of dying down, but I think it's going to go and keep it up. The market will tell over time. Well, this is a very good brand. The reason why I decided to talk about this brand is because they're very good at doing creatives, but they're also very, very good at branding themselves and really increasing that perceived value of the brand. So they sell, just to give you an overview, if we take a look at kind of like their product suite, their main seller that is working well on ads is basically this flagship offer, where it's a 4-in-1 skincare wand kit, which is, of course, red light therapy. And it's like they're selling solutions instead of just selling a singular product, right? Which is, I think, the best way or the best value proposition that you can ever propose to a potential customer. You sell the entire solution instead of just selling one product or the features and the benefits. And so they're being very, very creative. And so how they're scaling their brand, once again, they're doing around $20 million per year. All of that is not coming from new customers. It's also coming from returning customers, probably because they have anti-aging, like other types of products that solve different types of problems as well. But they're also getting into topicals or acne products, skincare product, essentially consumable products where people can come in, consume the product, come back, get a subscription. You get the point. This is how you really start building enterprise value in the long term, where you start increasing that lifetime value of a customer by introducing and scaling new products and scaling horizontally by solving also more problems with different solutions and different products, right? So this is actually one of the main principles of things that I want to speak about in today's video, which is actually how to get to $1 million plus a month. Strategically, also by scaling your product selection. Everybody thinks that to get to multiple 8 figures, you have to do that with one product. That's in most cases not the case. In fact, this is a typical journey, a workflow of a 6-7 figure brand, and this is a typical workflow of an 8 figure brand. The major difference is like scaling everything as much horizontal as possible, and that includes also product selection and kind of like distributing your risk with more products. I always speak, if you're not new to the channel, you're probably tired of hearing me speak about these things, but it's really, really important. I'm going to talk about other things in the video, but keep in mind that let's just go through their ads first. That's one of the first thing that I want to do before I dive deeper into anything else, is kind of have a good understanding of how their funnel looks like, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. Now let's use Austria. Let's filter by longest running ads. Let's filter by active ads. Let's see how many ads they have active. Seems like they have 500 active ads right now. And if we just take a look at the proportion between videos and images, you might think that this is just like a video ad product, but there actually are running 50% videos and 50% images almost, and just like 1% carousel, basically nothing. But a lot of the ads that are really working well are basically a combination of a UGC type of video combined with B-rolls and scripts that sometimes are also generated by AI. So AI scripts or real scripts from your creators. And so let's take a look at a couple videos just to have a good understanding of how they're doing it.
Secrets out! Solawave just put out the...
This is just a retargeting ad. Let's take a look at some other ads over here, for example.
Do at-home red light devices actually work? I'm board-certified dermatologist Dr. Sheila, and before we talk about red light, we have to talk about collagen, which is an essential protein that gives structure to our...
So I'm not sure if you see this because the screen is on the right, but they're doing a lot of types of...
You would want to try this treatment for eye aging. It actually works. Introducing the Eye Recovery Pro Kit, featuring Solawave's most powerful concentration of light therapy.
So this is a combination of, I'm not sure if you saw it once again because I know that I'm going to shrink the screen a bit, but it's a combination of B-rolls and UGC videos. And just, at the end of the day, when it comes to demo and selling the product, the demonstration part of the product is going to be the thing that also sells the most. And of course, the storytelling aspect and real UGC people and real customers actually speaking about the experience with them. And of course, before and afters, if you can do that. Let's take a look at another one.
So this Light Boost Serum is dreamy. And fun fact, it is the only topical that you should be using with your red light therapy tools. And it boosts the effects of light therapy that I do daily.
So in this example, they got a normal UGC video and they basically got the script or the AI voiceover, or sorry, the voiceover, and they put it on the background, running smoothly on the as a background kind of like effect, and then they're putting on B-rolls and stacking on B-rolls so that the script of the video and what people see makes sense, right? Resonates. And as you can see, they're doing a lot of image ads, and the thing is that I think it works because everybody's kind of getting aware of what red light therapy does. As you can see, the trend is going up, and as the trend goes up, you have to solve less. Your angles are probably going to be more about problem and solution aware, and instead of like going after people that are completely unaware about red light therapy. There probably is, of course, a big percentage of people that are still not aware of what red light therapy is in the first place, but there's obviously a clear trend upwards, which gives me a very clear indication that everybody's starting to search about it and everybody's starting to be more aware of the trend and how it works. And so this is why I think like a lot of their ads are also just image ads and profitable. It's because people know what the product is, they just need more reassurance on features, benefits, problem, solution aware stages, and then go after that. And so how are they reproducing these great images? The way that we do it is that we actually go in and have we signed up for a Creative OS tool, which is basically a tool where you can copy and paste the exact same templates that 7, 8, 9-figure brands use, okay, 10-figure brands as well, any type of great brand. And so if you like, for example, if you really like this kind of like this this creative, you can go in here. You can copy to Figma, so you can copy it and paste it into Figma, or you can edit it in Canva directly. You just click on edit on Canva, and then you can basically, this is what you get. You basically get the same background. You have to replace your product, and then you basically get the call to action, and then you can change the text, right? This saves a lot of time because you don't have to recreate the entire ad. You can just be very creative and very fast at reproducing these winning ads. And this is how we do it. We probably save 50 to 100% of our time, 70% of our time, just because we already have the template and it's done, and we just have to mix, match, and replace. So this is a really useful tool. It works super, super well. Okay, and let's get back into the creative center over here. And yeah, so 50% images, 50% videos. They're doing very, very well from that perspective. Let's take a look at the ad angles that they're using. It seems like, one way, and if there's one thing that I noticed as I analyze 7-figure brands compared to multiple 8-figure brands, is that they're always scaling horizontally when it comes to their ad angles as well. And so as you can notice, they're not just doing 1 or 2 angles. They're distributing not their risk, but they're testing procedures and with multiple ad angles, and also multiple themes. So before and afters, promotions, testimonials, features and benefits, right? So as you can see, these are the ads they're running, and these are the concepts, the creative concepts that they're testing. And so this is, once again, goes back to one of the core principles that I always talk about in my other videos as well. If you can find ways to scale horizontally with different angles, different creative concepts, different offers, different markets and products and personas eventually, then that's how you're going to be easily able to scale. Not easy, nothing is easy, but you're going to have an easier chance to scale to $1 million a month or more. And of course, like everybody, these things are not like, it's like a genius. You don't have to be a genius to figure out these things. It's just the implementation aspect, which is where we come in and we offer the services for our clients. We do the offers, we scale with creative concepts, we scale with angles. We help and consult our clients introducing new products. We do the market research for them. Like, that's why we come in. We don't have to be geniuses to scale businesses to 8 figures. You just have to be practically a monster at actually getting there and implementing the things and doing it, right? Which is where we come in with our service. Okay. And by the way, if you are a brand doing at least $100,000 a month and you want a free audit done by me or one of my team members, you can click a link down below and we can just audit the business. And of course, book a call if you're actually looking to partner with somebody to help. And so there's value from both sides. But the call is going to be about you, and then we can break down exactly where the opportunities laid to get you to that next level. There's a link down below. Anyways, getting back to the video, what I do want to discuss about also in this video is just their landing pages. So this is their main product. They have a very, very clean layout. I really like what they're doing. First of all, like I like how they're essentially putting all of their images and features and benefits and before and afters and us versus them images over here on the top of the fold, because most people don't even scroll through the bottom, right? They just stay at the top, on the top of the fold, and they want to see everything. So I really like how this is being portrayed. Really, really good quality and high perceived. They have all of these, cosmopolitan, Ellie, glamour elements that add that perceived value to the product. And then they have these features and benefits images. I really like how they're also showing some visual elements, not just text, which is really, really helpful for conversion, because the first thing that people look at and go to immediately is not text, it's visual elements, right? And so having visual elements within your page is really, really fundamental, so that people essentially, instead of taking them like 60 seconds to understand what you're trying to say, they can immediately understand, because they can recognize visuals and graphics in a much easier way. So this is great. Easy selection method to go from one color or variant to another. Low stock, 77% sold. This is great for adding that urgency and scarcity. They also offer installments, 6-day money back guarantee. This is really, really good. You can play through these videos, and you can actually shop here and add to cart. This is a very useful app. There's a bunch of apps, honestly. How do I get out of here? There you go. And then this is a very, very important element that you should always have, especially if you're selling problems that solve like really, really important products, or there's a high level of skepticism. Have UGC elements on the top section over here within the first 1 to 2 scrolls. So I think it should even be more on the top, but they have it on the second scroll. And then these are very obviously, once again, even if these are basically text based, they do have like some, they should at least have some visual elements to it. So if there's one thing that I would change here, other than just having text, is having this is done in a better way, having some color, bold text, bullet points, and more visual representations over here. This is the one thing that I would add. I really like how they're doing this jump to section, where you can go from one place to another very easily. And then of course, before and afters, boom. I did a video about this yesterday, about a brand that is actually using the exact same template. Go watch my last video. Pretty funny that they're using the same exact template. And so obviously I don't need to explain the quality of this page. It's super, super high quality. Just know that if you're competing against these brands, you're also competing against this quality. So the standard is high. Let's add to cart and see what happens. Boom. You see the add to cart. There's a bunch of upsells, shipping protection, protect your order. It's only $5. Blah, 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 money back guarantee, reviews. I really like how this is being displayed, honestly. Very, very good. They're adding a bunch of social proof. 700 plus customers over here, and it's probably even better, easily visible on mobile. And then there's like the Solawave promise, just to increase conversion rate over here on the back end on the customer checkout. And then I can almost guarantee you that they're also adding upsells and downsells as people choose each product that are post-purchase. So as you go through the checkout, they also get to see upsells, complimentary upsells, downsells, and cross-sells. Okay, so this is the actual, we talked about the ads. We talked about what they're doing with their backend and their website. Super, super great. If there's one thing that I really, really noticed that is separating brands that go from 6-7 figures to 8 figures, is literally tracking. And I know for a fact that they're really methodical and how they're testing things. And so I want to share this kind of like creative tracking tool that we use internally that hopefully is going to help you as well. So when we test ads, right, we don't just come up with random concepts. First of all, we do dive, just like I'm doing in this video, breaking down this brand. We do the exact same process for our own clients. So we have full context about what type of ads we need to run, why we need to test them, obviously because they're working for our best direct competitor. And then we try to analyze and prioritize what we should test. How do we do that? Well, we record results. So every single ad set, this is the demo account. By the way, you can have this sheet as well. There's a link down below to the sheet. It's a sheet full of things, very useful things that you can use to scale your brand, at least the same exact things that we use to scale our clients. And so every single row here is a creative test, is an ad set. So this is how it works. Test number 1, we name it, and we name the product, right? The feminine spirit, that's basically the angle, whether it was an image, a GIF, or a video, right? And then we have like break-even numbers, just so we keep everything on track. And then this is where it becomes really important. We track the marketing angle, the main emotion, the avatar that we want to market to, the hook, the messaging, the copy. This is of course is blank because it's just a demo. The copy link, the image format, creative link, status of the ad, whether it's active or not, and then we record all the results with like color codings, and then we know exactly our previous test, which failed, which worked, not just by looking at the ad account, but also by dissecting all these things, which are really important. These 4, 5, 6 things are super important because they make the ad. So if you can spot trends of why things work and why not, then that's where we're able to, first of all, create graphical representations, which is a lot easier to the eye to understand why things work, why they don't work. Second of all, we can make inferences and notes and learnings and record learnings by after each test is done. So after 7 days, 12 days, we know exactly why this worked, why this didn't work, and then we can go ahead and do next steps, which is the most important thing that you should do. So everything is calculated. We're not just, throwing a bunch of sticky notes on the wall hoping that something sticks. It's just like purely a strategic approach, so we can take a very calculated and data-based approach. Talking about data, this is also another kind of like aspect within our agency, is that we actually report all numbers for all of ad spend on Google, on Facebook, MER, impressions, clicks, and also a lot of other custom metrics that are also color coded so that we can easily spot trends from one client to another. And once again, just get access to this because you can create this in your own way. The trends, the color coding and formulas are already plugged in. You just need to plug in your numbers. We have like a virtual assistant that for every client goes in and changes these numbers. And also there's some automations that happen on the back end. I also want to speak about one really important thing, which is how they actually find and scale UGC. I know that I'm jumping from one place to another, but this is a very raw, organic video and I'm doing my best. So I want to go back to the creative strategy. So how do we actually get creatives? How does the process look like from a creative perspective from start to finish? So let's go through exactly how they do it. So this is a process of a 1 million plus per month, the UGC process of 1 million plus per month brand, and this is what they're doing, this is what we're doing, and why it's working quite well for us. So first of all, find creators. There's a very easy way to find creators. Go on Twitter, Facebook groups, UGC platforms, buy lists. So first of all, if you want access to our lists, which actually looks exactly like this one, so there's like a lot of people here, filtered by UK, Ireland, Europe, Australia, pregnant kids. We have a list for pregnant and people, creators that are pregnant and have kids, just because we had some clients that had that. USA, Canada, like all these creators are filtered. Also if they have pets, kids, and other things. And of course we add columns just because we have different types of clients. But you can get access to this just by signing up to our school community. There's a link down below if you're interested. The main value proposition of my school community is 2 things. You get access to my time twice a week, and then of course you get access to a bunch of different resources, including one of these. I think there's like 500 plus people in this list. So you can either do that, or if you want to build your own resources, you can also go into like Facebook groups, and there's groups with influencers and UGC creators that are like 41,000. Join, right? Do your post, and then people will reach out to you. The most important thing is that you have a systematized way to also have maybe a VA record everything and then put everything into columns like this, so everything is super organized by price, previous work, their portfolio, best email, location, age, gender, ethnicity, blah blah blah, the rest, right? Another great platform is also to go here and do like UGC beauty, right? And then you can filter by people on Twitter, and then people will literally give you their Canva link with their portfolio and their emails, so they're really easy to contact. Another great way to find creators is through TikTok Shop. I'm not going to talk about that right now because you actually need to set up a TikTok Shop to do that. But the UGC TikTok Ads Creator Framework, creator kind of like network is really valuable as well. So these are just some ways. Just have a systematized way to just record things, so it's streamlined. This is how it should look like. You pay a virtual assistant. They go through these lists. They find and contact them, and they establish a collaboration, and then you should ship the product and you receive the video. Of course, between here and shipping the product and receiving the video, there needs to be a training process, which we can go over. But we typically don't really send a free product anymore. It's we see that the quality is typically almost like 90% sure not the best and not what we want, and so we in most cases we pay creators typically $100 to $200 for one video and some hooks, or we can pay them for B-rolls, which is exactly what I'm going to talk about. So there's several approaches that this company Solawave uses to get to that next level of content and scaling. Okay, So let's talk about the first approach that's really working well for them based on my observation. This is a UGC testing approach. So you essentially go ahead and test different angles, different creators, and then of course you're going to see the angle that stands out, and then you can scale with the same exact type of creator that worked well for them. So if UGC 2 was a blonde girl from New York with a New York accent, then maybe you want to try replicate the same thing with different types of creators, 3, 4, 5, etc. Of course, not every creator is going to work, but the most important thing is identifying the angle and the right creator to go with it. You can also find ways to like test storyboards. So one way to do is that you work with one creator and then you give him or her like 3 different storyboards with different types of angles that you want to touch, and then you're going to see maybe one angle completely outperform the other one. I'm going to talk about this in just a second, bear with me. The other way to do it is, of course, every single time you actually ask for a video for the creator, you make sure that they shoot the storyboard, which is like, you know, this is like a typical template that we use for a storyboard, and then you make sure that they give you at least 3 hooks. Now, the better way also overall to really scale is doing it with this model, which is how they're doing with B-rolls and combining B-rolls and essentially the creative strategy that I explained before. So they're partnering up with creators. I always talk about this in all my videos, so it's nothing new. But instead of also just asking for just a normal video, they ask for B-rolls as well, the orange ones, B-rolls. B-rolls are pieces of footage, then picking up the product, trying it, doing a demo, them on the mirror, happy, sad, all different scenes that then our editors can basically put things together, put all the scenes together along with our guidance, and basically scale with scripts along with B-rolls. So they'll basically select, I'll just give you an example, this type of like B-roll, right? And then they'll choose like the winning script based on all the observation and put it on the bottom over here, so that there's basically a script running on the back end. That could be a real script, a UGC AI voiceover script, and then they can basically combine and mix and match different types of video ads and variations here and there to create new and more ads. And this creates some sort of snowball effect where you can basically, from one investment, you can get like 10, 20, 30 videos. And that's the beauty of scaling content. Is this new? No, you just have to do it, which is why, once again, people come to us or they go to other agencies too, because they don't have the in-house capabilities, expertise, and time and resources to actually do all of these things because they require a lot of time. Okay, I hope this video was valuable. I'm trying to think if there's any other thing that I want to talk about. One other thing that just comes up to my mind is that they're also on Amazon. They have quite a lot of reviews on Amazon as well. They're scaling there. They're not like super established, but also just having that establishment on Amazon will allow you to increase conversion rate, because one of the first things that they do is that they go here, Solawave reviews. Right, they go over here, and then if they don't really see Amazon stuff, they're gonna be like kind of skeptical and like, hey, I mean, why are they not on Amazon? Every great brand is on Amazon, so this automatically increases trust. They have 661 ratings, fairly good amount. See, look, they're not even doing a lot on Amazon. They're doing 100+ sales per month. That's nothing, right? That's basically nothing. They're doing this in like 2 hours on Shopify, so they're definitely not doing it. But just having that establishment there, right, it allows them to increase conversion rate. So you'll notice that, of course, as you scale your ads off of Amazon, you're going to start seeing your Amazon listings do better, because Amazon is receiving your Amazon listing is receiving more traffic outside of just Amazon, right? So Google, Amazon, and so it's good from all perspectives. Okay, so hopefully this is good. If there's just one last nugget, overall observation: build clean pages, build good offers, and focus on this UGC scaling process. If you don't have a systematic way to scale your content, you have no chance in this era. And also, just last observation, start scaling horizontally. Okay, if you start scaling horizontally, testing the different angles, creative concepts, offers, right, you're going to do a lot better. And speaking of creative concepts, if you don't really have an idea of like what to test with creative concepts, you use our sheet. There's a creative concept sheet that has like 34 different types of content, concepts with inspirational links. We also have like 600 different hooks that you can test with like a structure to them. So like there's no excuse. Just use this sheet, and I can guarantee you that, you know, you can at least get at least have leverage over others because you have access to more information. Okay, test POV, ASMR videos, X reasons why, review, unboxing videos. You have to test horizontally. Okay, that's how you get to 8 figures. Let me know if this video was valuable. Book in a call if you are doing over $100,000 a month. As I said before, we're doing free audits. And if you're interested in working with a growth partner that truly cares without having to give up any equity, that would be us. You can book a call down below, and hopefully see you on the other side, and definitely see you in the next video. All right, bye.